Well, greetings everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Cade. My name is Kristen Young. I am the communications coordinator with the Cade Foundation, and I'm excited to be a guest host for Coffee with Cade today. So, before we get any further, you know what you're supposed to do. You need to share this video, share this video, share this video. Make sure you like us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, all of it at Cade Foundation. We are on as many platforms as we can get on to share the amazing information that we're going to share today, all about supporting families overcoming infertility. So if you are not aware, that's what we do. That's what we do. So make sure you share this video. You like us, you love us, you follow us, you stay up to date on everything we have going on, because it's a lot. This is a lot. So with that said, I'm going to introduce today's guest. I am excited. Jessie has been here. She has been a huge Cade supporter for who knows how long. Jessie's she's just around. We love her. We appreciate her. So she is going to hang out with us for today and just talk to us a little bit about massage. Who likes a good massage? I think everybody does. Yes. I think everybody loves a good massage, but Jessie she's a professional, y'all, and she actually specializes in fertility and oncology massage. So she's going to share a little bit about that. So I bring to you Miss Jessie Bernstein Newton. Hey, Jessie.
Hey, good morning.
Now, hello. Now, real quick, I got to get personal real quick because the Newton was just added. Is that right?
Well, we've been married, but I finally hopped on the wagon of changing my name or adding it to my name.
Okay.
It's just like it's just like an accessory, like earrings. I'm like, all right, we can just, it's there.
Okay. Because I said, wait a minute, I haven't seen that Newton before. What did I miss? Okay.
Yeah, and clearly, like on my name for this, I didn't even update it because it's like whatever.
It's all good. It's all good. So tell us a little bit about we want to learn a little bit more about fertility massage. Now, as I said, most people like a good massage, but you specialize in fertility massage. So tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So, massage in general benefits all of our systems of our bodies for different various reasons and benefits. And fertility massage specifically focuses on the endocrine system, our reproductive hormones, and we also work on the physical connectivity. If there's scar tissue that's been built up, if someone has endometriosis or they've had numerous abdominal surgeries, we're working on the tissues in the abdominal area. And for a lot of times, going through fertility treatment or just being on that journey and having to go through tests and appointments and all of that stuff, it can cause a lot of stress and anxiety. It can cause a lot of, some people would even say that people going through fertility treatment have PTSD. And, our body is very, very reactive to external factors, right? And so, with that, there comes a lot of disconnection with our body. Like I want to be in my own body, but I don't want to be because I feel like it's failed me and it's not doing what it was supposed to do and all of these things. And so another component that I professionally and personally believe that the fertility massage itself does is help people reconnect within their body. Just that, I'm touching this. Yes, this is part of me. This is who I am. And what are the things that I have the ability to do? And, people always ask, what does the research say in regards to fertility massage? And the thing is, there just isn't. Every individual truly is an individual. And there's so many variables of different diagnoses, age factors, genetic factors, all of these different things that play into a person's fertility. So to really be able to have a strong research study going on it is a little bit more challenging. And so everything is very anecdotal when it comes to for the fertility massage. And What I do appreciate about the work that we do is that I will also provide support for the partner of things that they can do at home so that it becomes, if there is a partner involved, because I do see a number of people who are single parents by choice. If there is a partner involved, then it gives them the ability to have something tangible to do, because oftentimes partners feel that disconnect of, well, I'm just along for, my semen analysis and to provide that, and then I have no other role except for the emotional support. But this is something I can tangibly do,
Mhm.
and I can actually hopefully do something. And that's always an empowering piece to the partners. And with my oncology massage, I'm always an advocate of getting the partners involved, because everybody wants to feel like they have a hand on something that they can do, because otherwise we feel helpless as
Mhm.
caregivers and partners, right? So that's kind of like the nutshell of the benefits of the fertility massage. I mean, we're supporting the digestive system because we're doing abdominal massaging, we're doing craniosacral alignments, we're doing reflexology points on the endocrine hormone, the endocrine glands and the reproductive hormone. We do uterine positioning, which if it doesn't necessarily help with the fertility itself, it can help make Wanda, the ultrasound, a little bit more comfortable. And so that's always a plus. There's so many different intricate, small little pieces that fertility massage benefits. And I think that those are like the bigger components of it. Um, yeah. So sorry, I just went off on like a whole little tangent thing. I get really excited and wrapped up in it. So
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And now you mentioned going through fertility for, oh, sorry. Of course, that should have been off.
it's like,
Um, while you're going through the treatment process, do you have techniques or anything that clients may come to you for, to before they start fertility treatment,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
because they've already had a diagnosis?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've even seen people who, they don't have a diagnosis yet, but they've been trying on their own for a while. And the protocol, like if I follow the exact protocol, doesn't necessarily change. It's just the timing of when we do certain things is modified. Like say if it's leading, maybe they're doing stims, so they're a little extra bloated, they're tender and they're sensitive, like, so I wouldn't necessarily do abdominal work, but I might do the other points and the guided meditation and the craniosacral hold. I would do like those other components of the procedure, the protocol, versus like all the details. So if someone hasn't been going through fertility treatments, they can definitely get a fertility massage, because it's still, the intention is still the same, right? To prime the body and to hopefully encourage ovulation, and then for the uterus to be able to hold the embryo. So the intention is still the same. It's just about timing of when we do certain things and
Right.
how we do those certain things. Because we want to be mindful of that, especially if it's after an egg retrieval or even from a transfer. We're really mindful of what we're doing and when.
Got it. Got it. So along with the understanding of the timing in general, would you say that when you're going through this process, should it be more like a weekly massage, or do you truly just kind of base the massages around where you are in your
Yeah,
process?
that's a really good question. And that's a question I get quite often, and understandably. So, what I always tell people, which isn't exactly what I was taught, but what I always tell people, especially for all of my massage clients, is that I don't want anybody feeling like this has to be one more expense that they have to stress over. So, in an
Mhm.
ideal world, I would love to see people 3 times before ovulation, in an ideal world. But I know that that's not
Okay.
necessarily realistic schedule wise, monetarily wise. So, and that's also part of the reason for the education to do the homework at home, so that if you can't come in and see me, I mean, that's just the way that I work. I'm always thinking about the bigger picture, because if you are
Hmm.
going through fertility treatment, you're already stressed about if you don't have insurance coverage, or you have coverage but they don't cover much, which clearly that's when they're coming to CADE, for support. But it's it's still like a stress factor. And so the last thing I want to do is cause more stress. So ideally, I would like to see someone at least 3 times before ovulation. If I see them once, I'm still just just as ecstatic, because we're able to do something. And, and like I said, it goes back to the research is that we don't know what the evidence really says, but we know that the powers combined. Okay, that sounds really weird to say for a massage, but when the more we build up and we focus on those points, I have seen with my clients a greater impact on um, ovulation, specifically, if I see them 3 times within like a week leading up to that point. Um, but again, everything is anecdotal about, what I've seen in my practice over the years. So
Got it.
yeah.
Got it. And just to give people a frame of reference, what is the estimated cost per session, or do you do
Sure.
packages?
Yes. So for an initial appointment, it's typically a 2-hour session. But what I've started to do, a couple years ago, was I would do the consultation on the phone. So it's like a half-hour phone consultation. And then that leads into the hour and a half hands-on piece when clients come in. And so that, I would probably say altogether a new consultation is about $150, $160. And then follow up for 90 minutes is 120.
Okay.
120 or 130. Sorry, I'm like drawing a blank at the moment. But that's probably about average for anybody that you go to that does fertility massage, whether it's here locally or elsewhere. And just doing a Google search, you're going to find there's a lot of different protocols and different practices within the fertility massage topic of different practitioners. So it's always about, well, which you might ask me, but it's always about asking about your education and who did you study with? And, there's clearly like instructors that have more of a name recognition for having taught this work for so long and things like that. But yeah.
Got it. And just for clarity, even though it's fertility massage and you may be doing this in conjunction with their fertility treatment, the fertility massage itself is not covered under insurance, correct?
Correct. People can use, so it depends on where you're going for your fertility massage. If it's not a day spa, if it's a wellness center or a medical practice, like I work out of a physical therapy office, you can use your FSA, HSA to cover that. And some people do have massage reimbursement through their insurance company. So it's about really knowing what your fine print is for your specific plans.
Nice. Okay. Definitely good to know. Okay. Now, I know that part of your community, well, I don't know if they're in connection or not, but I know that you also have a fertility support group called Pineapple Connections.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay. So tell me a little bit about that and how you got started with that.
So I'm really excited to talk about that. I'm like a kid in a candy shop, because so the way that Pineapple Connections came to be was I was having a lot of conversations with my clients, and they were feeling really isolated, and they were feeling, all the stigmas that go with dealing with fertility hiccups, as I call them. I spent all that summer, the next 3 months, really kind of working on what would a support group look like if it wasn't like a traditional, like sit around, talk about your feeling kind of thing. I'm not the person that likes to sit around a circle and talk about my feelings. So I'm like, so I can totally empathize. And so what ended up making our group unique is that we weren't sitting around necessarily, that we would have like a craft project or like something that we were making, something that was kind of empowering to us, without me saying, okay, now let's do an empowerment project. And every month there was like a pineapple theme tied in with the activity that we did. And so it was really neat to kind of see that unfold.
Actually, before we end, this is Coffee with Cade. So we always want to know what's in your cup. So what are you sipping on today, Jessie?
I'm sipping on not coffee, but it's a delicious smoothie with oat milk, banana, cinnamon, almond butter, and maple syrup.